Miss Sabrina speaks. She's going to give us one more poem before we introduce the jazz band, who is sponsored by the Jazz Foundation. All right, they're going to give us a nice set, all right, nice Sunday set for the evening. Okay, brace your ears, all right. So we're going to let Miss Sabrina Speaks open up the jazz band, and we hope you all have a good time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for showing so much love on those first two pieces. I'm back here speaking with the musicians. I'm actually a musician myself, not a good one, but I used to play the tuba and I have a band, so, you know. All right, look, we'll talk. That's why I'm back here chopping it up. But this last piece is called Where Do We Go From Here? Langston perfectly described the condition of us human folk when he reminded us that life for us ain't been no crystal stair. It had tacks in it, and splinters and boards torn up in places with no carpet on the floor or bare. And it's been that way for quite some time over here in this land that promises you equal rights and domestic tranquility, but leaves you somewhere between hard knocks and partial civility. Constant reminders of our traditions firmly baked into this American pie we're so eager to get a piece of when we was the ones that gave them the recipe from the start. And as they capitalize on our art, work, ideas, creativity, struggle, and hunger, I can't help but wonder, where do we go from here? This place where suffering and misinformation funds their wicked trickery while we try to thrive on miseducation and these leaders overlook the problems we're facing, fighting to look like them while they're paying for our faces. Broken homes with no carpet in places, hate my brother from his mother, then dismiss the cases, sponsor the war on drugs, ridicule the war on races, mount the elites on pedestals and stools with black faces, convince us we're collateral, subordinate, adjunct, rob our land of codes and to build the media industry, then kill us slowly while we're videotaping. That's getting overlooked. How invasive, how creative you are to turn strange fruits into lemonade, then sell it on the store shelf that my predecessors made. Knowledge equals awareness. Education is the equivalent of being trained. 2022, yet we still slaves. No wonder folks still sleeping in the 21st grade. I mean, centuries. It's been going on for centuries, longer than a symphony. The revolution starts now because they ain't got no sympathy, especially to some people who are our ethnicity, still bathing in burnt flesh-tinted waters, drying ourselves in liberty-colored nooses, stories one-sided like exclusives, making reality and exclusion to the truth. And life so simple, we confuse it. It's confusing. I'm just telling you what the truth is, because life ain't been no crystal stair. It's been bare. Where do we go from here, huh? Do we swing low and wait for the sweet chariot to take us home? Do we wade in the water and wait until God troubles them? Where do we go from here? Well, I'll tell you. But first, we must understand where we are. Thank you. Hey, y'all. All right, thank you guys for that. I'm going to sit back and listen to some jazz. I'll be over here, but again, thank you so much. It is an honor to be in such a beautiful space in Brooklyn, New York. Thank you.
Thank you. What's up, everybody? Brooklyn. That's Freddie the Freeloader. Just warming up a little bit. How about a round of applause for Mike Fife on the drums? Mike Fife at the drums. On the Hammond organ, Mr. Gregory Lewis. My name is Reggie Woods on saxophone. Okay.
don't know. Yeah, I know, but it wasn't some power. I turned it on. I'm turning it on and on. Yeah, too much stuff.
All right, cool. Yeah, well, we had a little electrical outage. But how about a round of applause for Greg Lewis on organ? Greg Lewis on organ. Mike Fife on the drums. My name is Reggie Woods on saxophone. We're going to take a short pause. I think we have some other things going on. Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy Juneteenth. You smoking.
Let me call you right back. I'll call you right back. Mic check. Hold on. I don't hear nobody responding to me, and one of my rules is call and response. I'm sorry. One of our rules, because my co-host is in the building, and I'm gonna warn y'all, she about to turn y'all up. So if y'all don't want to get turned up, I know we got elders in the building, and I know y'all had y'all format of turning up. Don't try it, okay? And now we got our format of turning up. So now if you don't like our format or don't want to be bothered, go to the boring side, which is right on the other side of Mr. Robert Fulton. All right, we want everybody who wants to turn up on this side. So now, I got my co-host in the building, Miss Kashima Amish. I'd like for everybody to give her a round of applause. As I bring her to the mic, she's going to help us, host and move this thing along. All right, the jazz band is going to take a break. All right, but we do have a couple of poets that we're going to bring up within a few minutes. So for right now, I'm going to let Miss Kashima introduce herself, introduce her brand, maybe drop us a poem or such, and then we're going to give y'all a little music, and then we'll bring our next few poets up. Sound good? All right.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling?
All right.
Hold up. I know it's a few of us, and I can barely see, right? But I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna move this out. Yeah. I like to call a response too, so I want to kind of get in here. So let's try this again. How are y'all feeling this afternoon? That's what I'm talking about. Listen, give it up for Fulton Art Fair, first of all. That was all right, but we're going to try that again because yesterday we just celebrated Mr. Neal's is 64 years. So we're going to have to make a little bit more noise, right? Because you know what I found out? I'm in my 30s, and you know what I found out? Some of us can't even do something right for 64 minutes. Okay, that is 1 hour and 4 minutes. Okay, so we're going to have to make a little bit more noise, just a little bit, all right? So we're going to give it up for Fulton Art Fair again. Let's give it up for them. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're going to give it up for African Peach Art Coalition. Come on.
I got excited.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. Now we're going to give it up for all of the vendors, the amazing visual art along the sidewalk right there on Fulton Street. Then we're going to give it up for all of you for coming out. Give it up for yourselves. Right. Now, shout out to Juneteenth. I'm just saying. Because our people went through some stuff. So shout out to every single last one of them that went and still do. But the fact that they went to the bitter end, I mean death, brutal beatings, now we kind of fight back a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? So shout out to them, for real, and give it up for the purpose of Juneteenth and while we celebrate. For real, that means a lot. Now, I am a spoken word poet myself. My name is Kashima Amish. I have a podcast that comes on Newtown Radio every other Tuesday night. You can catch me there on the 28th, and you can listen to us at www.newtownradio.com. Now, the name of my podcast is From the Heart of a Poet, Podcast and Radio Talk Show. All right? My platform is a platform where all voices matter, literally. All right? So if you would like to be interviewed, if you know someone you would like us to interview, if you know someone who's an artist, has a business, anything that's in the entrepreneurship, we definitely like to support, promote, and interview people so that you know, just bridging the gap, guys. We like to be the gap and play a part in bridging the gap, all right? So I'm just gonna do a piece for you guys because we have some heat coming down the line, all right? We really have some heat for y'all coming down the line. So I'm gonna just warm y'all up a little bit. And this piece, let's see if I can get away from the sun so I can see better. I don't know this one by heart, but it's, let's see. This piece is titled, I Have a Dream Too. Yeah, it's definitely inspired by the great late Dr. Martin Luther King. Cause I think a lot of us have dreams, right? But I think that Martin Luther King's dream for some of us was like the catalyst to what it is that we would say, you know, to add on to his dream, right? So this is just my little portion of I Have a Dream. I'm gonna have to move this mic, y'all. I can't see anything. Yes, I have a dream that one day, as a nation, we will break the power of negative words. I have a dream that one day the school system will change and effectively begin to meet the educational needs of all students. I have a dream that one day people will stop being so religious and actually become more spiritual. I have a dream that one day as a nation we will be able to express ourselves more effectively when we are angry. I have a dream that one day our people will stop being overlooked by the government. I have a dream, and this dream is bigger than me. I just want my people to know that we are the root, we are the branches, and we are the fruit that grows on the tree. I have a dream too. That's my first piece for this afternoon. Yeah. How y'all feel about that piece? Was that all right?
Beautiful. Yeah.
I know that's right. All right. So we are going to have the jazz band. There we go. We're going to have the jazz band come back up and finish their closing set. All right. Y'all don't mind a little more jazz, do y'all? Y'all don't mind? All right. So give it up for the jazz band, guys, as they come back and do their closing set.
On the organ.
Yeah.
Mike Life on the drums.
Yeah.
My good buddy on the trumpet, Mr. Robert Rutledge. My name is Reggie Woods. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Happy Juneteenth to everyone.
Yeah.
Give it up for the band, y'all.
Yeah.
Was that not amazing?
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Shout out to Fulton Art Fair again. Show some love, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes. Show some love to African Peach Arch Coalition again, y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to the bug that just flew on my nose ring. Yeah. Shout out to that bug. Right. Right. They said they outside too. They celebrating Juneteenth. And a part of their freedom, they right is they can fly and land wherever they want. You know what I'm talking about? For real. So I have another piece for you guys that I'd like to perform or recite before the next spoken word artist come to the mic. Is Shay the poet or lyrical here yet? Y'all out there? Not yet? All right. Well, we do have one of them here. Okay, one of the powerhouse spoken word poets are here. So I'm going to give you guys a short piece of mine, and then we'll move from there. This piece is really untitled. This is just one of those pieces that I wrote as an introduction to how I was feeling. I can't really see it, unfortunately.
Okay, well, move wherever you want to
I can move it?
Yeah, move wherever you want to
I
go.
have to move myself, guys. I can't see. The sun is giving me a glare. I can see now. So they called me the prodigal daughter. I'm like, wait, nah. I was just learning how to fight because I've been out here in this world like sheep for the slaughter. They thought that I had forgotten my assignment. I'm like, no. It just took some time for me to want to get my spirit in alignment. Give it up for that little short piece, y'all. Yeah. That was just a little something. A little introduction of how I was feeling. Listen, to everyone out here who write, whether you're an author, a spoken word poet, you write music. Listen, isn't it sometimes, don't you sometimes get like an intro to what it is you're really gonna write? Yep. That was pretty much what that piece was for me, right? It sounded like it. All right. Now, I did tell you we were waiting for lyrical, right? Well, lyrical just walked right on in, so we're gonna move right on along, and we're gonna call powerhouse spoken word poet lyrical to the mic. Give it up for lyrical, y'all!
Hold on, not enough. Hold on. Wait. Call the response.
All right, wait, hold up. I was told that wasn't enough response to the call, so we're gonna do that again. I told y'all we was waiting for lyrical, right? Right. So, we're gonna get right on into it. I'm gonna call this powerhouse spoken word poet by the name of Lyrical to the mic. Give it up for Lyrical, y'all! They ready.
Good job.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
What's good?
Happy Juneteenth. See me, I got my Juneteenth colors on. It was all for y'all. All right. So happy Juneteenth. I got my little flag. How y'all feeling?
Good.
It's Freedom Day. I need some more energy from y'all. How are y'all feeling?
Good.
We're supposed to be celebrating. This is our first nationally recognized, federally recognized holiday for the freedom of African American people. So, shout out to Juneteenth. I know we didn't ask for a federal holiday, but it's nice that we have one. So shout out to that. So I'm gonna do a few pieces for y'all today. Is that okay?
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna just place this somewhere.
Hey, you want me? I just wanted it to be visible. Oh, thank you. I just wanted it to be visible. All right. Let's get into it. In 2019, BuzzFeed reported that Pinterest bans the search of plantation weddings. According to Google, There are 93.6 million results for these celebrations in particular. The wedding industry routinely denies a violent history and continues to promote plantations as romantic places to marry. My great-grandparents were born on an island in South Carolina where the water has eroded acres over time. The neighboring plantation be a stone's throw away. My southern roots are tied to a location where millennials pretend to be antebellum, placing their bodies against the backdrop of slavery, clothing themselves in nostalgia, buttoned up tux and white dress to play purity on quarters of bondage and bloodshed. You can search the pictures, bear witness to the poplars, see how low the branches hang, positioned to exchange vows beneath where bodies would swing. You can almost touch the hem of the cotton, smell the sweat dripping from a forehead, feel the breeze droop over the picnic, then marvel at the beauty of the water. I bet they want to have live music, preferably jazz or rhythm and blues. Something about the shucking and jiving of blackness is so matrimonial. How about soul food? Tea, sweetened from the sugar cane, stirred slow from the woman in the big house. How much for the black eyed peas per plate? We're paying good money to remind ourselves that we own the place. So they search for the mistress fit, the bouquet and back whip, placing photo booth in slave cabin, a white wine and cheese spread near the tobacco, a ledger for family and friends to sign in. Meanwhile, turning beneath their feet are the corpses that quiver from lashes on their flesh, are the bones that rattle when they couldn't have ceremonies like this. They wonder, when did this become popular? When did it ever go out of style? How did our trauma become search engine? How do white folks say they don't want to remember when these crops be the backdrop of our history in America? When did forced fields of labor become a #1 wedding search? A hashtag, a BuzzFeed, a news story, a vision board party. Some white women have dreamed of this day their whole lives, so this is their rights, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, because what is more American than marriage, God, and slavery? This is white history, and we'll have memories to last us a lifetime. Poem. Thank you. Is my purse in y'all way? Is my purse in y'all way? I feel like I just set it right down on their furniture. Is my purse in y'all way? Okay. All right. Y'all ready for the next poem? All right, cool. So, anybody here familiar with code switching? Isn't it so exhausting? It's like, ugh, I must wake up and assimilate again today. And she said, I can't do it. That's right.
It ain't in me.
It ain't in me. That's what I'm talking about. On Juneteenth, there will be no code switching. Thank you. All right, so this piece is called Bilingual. Colloquialism comes from the Latin word colloquium, meaning conversation. Webster's dictionary says it's a characteristic of spoken communication that seeks to imitate informal speech. But see, I don't have to imitate anything I seek because I'm bilingual. I speak the language not of two countries, but of two communities. I've had to code switch for so long, I care less about the color of their skin, but more about the content of my character. I know how not to lose my native speech just as easily as I can speak the one imposed on me. For I too am America, And my words too live here like a white picket fence just as much as they live like the projects. So when I say you ain't shit, what I mean is you are a terrible person. Just like when I say continue with that momentum you've just exhibited, what I mean is keep that same energy. And you see, it's one and the same. It's just that one verbiage you try to disregard and the other you'd rather claim, but I don't have to change. I can give you both Cardi B and Michelle Obama on the same damn day, which is to say, I can be both Bronx, black girl from the hood, know what gunshots in the air sound like just as quick as I can be PWI alumna. Grad school mommy. Earned the letters after my name and the positions at every corporate company I've stayed in. So when I say, per my last email, what I mean is read what the fuck I just wrote. And you see, this is what I mean by a language barrier. Both are English, both categorized by hard times and places, both left up to man-made interpretation, but with a different dialect. And I am skilled enough in both occupations that I can give you language that makes safe haven just as quickly as I can give you black effect. I'm good on any MLK Boulevard. Translation, despite weapons, I shall prosper through any hood I step. And you see, why should I pretend to be two people when I can just be bilingual? I should really put this shit on my resume. So when I say, is that your man's? I am not asking if you're in a relationship. I am merely inquiring if that person you came with who's exhibiting odd behavior is someone you are acquainted with. And when I tell you it's not that deep, I am saying you are making a much bigger deal out of this than it has to be. And when you tell me it's not that deep, you are minimizing the very trauma I've lived through in order for me to open up my mouth and speak. Because for generations on end, my very words have been made to believe they are sin, something to be ashamed of, something to consider myself less than. And I'll be damned if I ever have to curb my vernacular for me to feel comfortable around you again. So when I tell you about the beauty of being bilingual, it's like living in the same world with two different tongues. It's like exchanging my ancestor story and knowing where I come from. It's like cleansing my palate to help you see my vocabulary. Got a double-edged sword sitting on the tip of my gums where one is still trying to hold on to an origin story while the other just became one. How y'all feeling? Are y'all still with me? Yeah. All right. Such a beautiful day out here. All right. I was told to keep it clean. Apparently, I'm too vulgar. Sorry. I apologize. All right. But language is a social construct, right? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, language is just language. This is the colonizer's language anyway, okay?
They didn't hear what you said.
We didn't choose English. They gave it to us. All right. Right. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah.
So, let's see. All right. So I have, how much time do I have left? I'll just be up here talking. 2 more. 5 minutes. Okay, great. All right, great. I have 2 more for you. So let's do it like this. So when the protests of 2020 broke out approximately 2 years ago this summer, right? Everything was in flames, literally and metaphorically, right? And there was a lot going on, right? It was the first time that all 50 states were protesting about the same thing. And I was very moved by many of the things the displays that took place. I joined several myself. I remember that it broke out on May 29th, 2020, and there was like a protest every single day for the rest of the summer, right? So we were literally fighting 2 pandemics at the same time, right? The COVID-19 pandemic and the pandemic of racism that is actually never ending. So Well, I shouldn't say that. I have hope for liberation for my people one day. All right. So, with that being said, I learned some things at the protest, and this is what I learned. It's called 7 lessons. 7 lessons learned at the protest. 1, let the white people get in front. Nah, dead ass. We know y'all wanted to be invited to the cookout, and praise God, this is the cookout. Can't you see the fire ablaze in the distance? Don't you smell the brown meat grilling, hot, angry from years of being burned in the freezer, hungry from how long we've been left to rot? You asked for this upon building a cold shoulder to my existence on our backs, damn right. This ain't a democracy unless you icing down with me, so yeah, allow your white shield to cover me like a picnic of guilty tears. It's the least you can do after showing up early and bringing nothing for decades. 2, if a black woman dies and there is no camera around to record, does it even make a tragedy? It's been over 24 months and still no justice for the murder of Breonna Taylor, the murder of Rekia Boyd, the murder of Sandra Bland. The signs at the rally all read America's quarterbacks of martyrdom, as if we are not running through the same plantation while you gather in these streets to demand a play-by-play for equality. Please do not forget the soil that planted every seed. 3, it'll take a lot out of you. By the end of 7 miles, you will rattle in your bones. You will know what our ancestors meant by a long trek to freedom. You will gloom and distress knowing the war is far from over, knowing that we shall overcome, be several centuries away. Do you still walk? Do you take each step like a bomb ticking on the inside of your psyche? Conjure up ways to rationalize this moment will be what my ancestors fought for and how my children will continue the fight. What if we never see liberation in our lifetimes? How do I live knowing my footsteps are just rehearsal to the performance of my eulogy? 4, the Birmingham movement lasted 37 days. The Freedom Rides lasted 7 months. The Greensboro sit-ins were 6 months. The Montgomery bus boycott was 382 days. Quit asking us when we will stop marching. We will stop marching when this country stops lynching us. 5, the soundtrack is Kendrick Lamar's All Right, NWA's F the Police, YG and Nipsey Hussle's F Donald Trump. The soundtrack is Nuck If You Buck, Tupac's Keep Your Head Up, and for the Saints, Tasha Cobb's Break Every Chain. Revolution by Kirk Franklin, and we gon' praise while we dance in these streets. Shout Negro spirituals to the top of our lungs and then demand you put some respect on our peace. 6, come prepared. Bring milk for the tear gas. Bring a thick shed of skin for the rubber bullets. Bring a pair of shoes you do not mind creasing. Move like your body is on fire. So instead of the precinct or the cop car, it was actually just every breath you ever took dragging balled its way up your throats and out onto the threatening. We told you, this is the cookout. How could you not expect for there to be flames? 7, you wanted an invite so bad, right? Well, here it is. Don't walk up empty-handed and then expect us to still fix you a plate. Poem. How y'all feeling? Y'all still with me? All right. Now, before my last piece, I just wanted to thank you all for being here. I wanted to thank APEC for inviting me out today. And it's such a beautiful day. We couldn't have picked a more lovely day to be able to come together and celebrate Freedom Day, and Happy Father's Day to any fathers that are in the park today. I was gonna say in the building, in the park today. And I definitely appreciate this beautiful presentation of just celebrating artists and Black art. And so I thank you for sharing space with all of us here. So, for this last piece, you know, Juneteenth, it's all about the freedom of Black people. So make some noise if you Black. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better celebrate today, okay? All right, so see, I got my red, black, and green on. Before I left my house, or before I left my parents' house, my father was sure to tell me. He was like, and you know what the colors of the Pan-African flag mean, right? And I was like, yes. And he was like, okay, so what's the black for? The black is for the people. And he was like, and what's the green for? I was like, well, the green is for the blood. The blood shed to build this country, right? And then the red is for the blood shed to build this country. And the green is for the land. So, you know what I'm saying? We better celebrate. We better rock our red, black, and green, okay? Because we built this land. We did. And you know what? My pastor said something very good in church today as well. Somebody was trying to, like, you know, say like, oh, well, why aren't y'all wearing red, black, and green? That's the colors of Juneteenth. That's the colors of our people. And he said, okay. He said, that's true, but our colors are also red, white, and blue because this is our country. This is our country too. Our colors are also red, white, and blue. So, we got two flags, okay? All right. So, with that being said, this right here is my Black poem. Black boy, black casket, black funeral, black after party, black as heck music, black trap, black throwback R&B, black hip hop, black hopscotch, black sidewalk, white chalk outline, black media outlets, World Star, hip hop, The Shade Room, Black Entertainment Television, Black Twitter, Black iPhone, Black emojis, Black fist means power to the Black people. We learned that from the Black Panther Party circa 1966. To be Black and resist is to have a Black death wish. Big black sky holds light, bright stars. Wouldn't be the first time a black thing was the foundation for white shining. Black and white television, black and white photographs. Blackness be the absence of all light, but yet we woke up like this. Black lips, black nose, black hair, black cheekbones. Black girl wrapped tight in her black skin, praying she don't give birth to black children who know what it feel like to be still in black holes 6 deep beneath our feet, getting eaten by black leech, getting eaten like mama called you with all your black cousins to the kitchen to come get you a black feast. Black child grows up whole despite being shot at all along by a black piece. Black woman was being shot at all along by white police until they called it suicide. Call it attack on black bodies, call it black on black violence, but yet we've heard not one distraction here except white noise, while black bullets locked and loaded somewhere beat a mass murderer's white toys. So he walk up in the space, and we all at the function, fresh to death, arrived on CP time, but we look good though. And in this moment, I remembered why black folk take so long to get ready and always show up late. It's because if we die today, this will be our ghost outfit forever. So you gon' wait. Poem. Thank you so much, everybody. If you would like to find me on social media, I would love if you can take out your phone and follow me right now. I am on Instagram at Lyrical Faith Poetry. That's Lyrical Faith, LYRICALFAITH. Poetry, P-O-E-T-R-Y. You can follow me there on Facebook. You can subscribe to my YouTube page. It's all Lyrical Faith Poetry. And I'll be around when it connects. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Happy Juneteenth!
Thank you for breaking that. Thank you. Yeah. Now we're already see the bugs. Shout out to all the bugs again, for real.
All right, brother.
Welcome to celebration. Y'all.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right. I told them earlier, I'm calling Stay Freedom. They get to live whatever they want, like it's just sitting on my list. You see what I'm talking about?
Hi, how are you?
Give it up for Liverpool again, y'all.
Nice to meet you. Yes. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Okay, y'all remember I'm filming, right?
Oh, I'm
Uh-oh, watch yourself, watch yourself.
Now we are getting ready to bring the next powerhouse spoken word artist to the stage. If I give an instruction up here, I'm following an instruction up here. All right? So yes, we are celebrating Juneteenth and we have freedom of speech. But we want to keep it clean because we are doing a community event. That is the instruction we are collectively following together. All right? So let's continue to enjoy one another. Enjoy this spoken word poetry. Keep it powerful, cute, and clean. Give it up for Shady Poet, y'all! What poet?
Yeah, go ahead. You good. Huh? What happened?
I had to get the aesthetic, you know, the protect black woman bag. I had to come on, Lyrical. You gotta, you know, get the aesthetic. You gotta bring it all full circle. You feel me? Okay, good. Making sure we know.
Sis.
So hi guys, I'm Shay the Poet. Hey, it is so nice to see you guys. So I got a nice little poem segment up here, so I'ma work it. I'ma see what I do, how I do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna do something, alright? So it's Father's Day. It's Juneteenth. You know, we black every day, but we get to be super black today.
Shout out to the
We
Black Father.
black today. That's what I am today. So blackity black. So I know in my heart, right? I'm gonna marry a black man. I don't know if I know him yet.
No shade.
No shade. We here. Like there's no disrespect to anybody else. But I know I'm gonna marry a black man. You just know in your heart when things are meant. I know I'm gonna marry a black man. So I wrote this poem to the black man that I'm going to marry.
Come on. I know that's right. Talk to him.
So I got this man that I'll probably never leave alone. That even when he calls, he has his own personal ringtone that puts me back in a place where I believe in love and I think he is where I belong. But you see, I got this man. And if he asks me, I'll probably let his kids grow in the base of my uterus just so they can call it home. Protect him when he feels like the world is doing him wrong. Let him place his demons inside of me. Let his pain reside in me. When all things fall down, he'll come and rely on me. You see, I got this man that isn't always vocal, that's far from perfect, that's messed up along the way, but sometimes I think I see his purpose. I think it is him that's supposed to help me break all these generational curses, but I know that he has so much more growth to do. I know that our love isn't the first bargain to see it through. I know that I'll be second.
to his hopes, to his dreams, to his career that we so both truthfully believe. But sometimes I'm scared that I'll be second to the first girl that places her body in his sheets and takes away the man that so rightfully belongs to me. You see, I got this man that I'll probably give the world to if he let me. If he held his expectations steady, if he just swore to protect me, if he promised he'll never neglect me, he could have it all. But I just know that he isn't ready. I know that God just started putting his prayers in place. I know that he wants to come first at the end of every race, and I know that he ain't perfect. But what man really claimed to be? And I believe in soulmates, so I know that God has granted me an eternity with him. So maybe we'll meet in another life. Maybe the second time around we'll get the situation right. Hopefully in this one he'll get on one knee and he'll propose and I'll be his wife. But for right now, I just gotta let him go. Because all things that you truly love, you must learn to let go. You see, guys, I got this man and I just hope that one day he makes it back home. I like that one. It originally had some curses, but I fixed it. You see, it originally had a little oomph. Yeah, it's a kid's version. It's a friendly version. Got it. What else we doing? Oh my God, I haven't done this one in a little while. Let's work with this one. It is It's the community friendly version. I respect it. To my unborn black son, I want to start this poem with I'm sorry. But that's not because I think I will fail you. I just don't necessarily know how to raise you in America KKK. I don't know how to save you from your skin color or the proper way to stop your blood from being splattered on concrete or when a group of people hate you before you can even breathe. But I think that you're finally old enough to understand the truth. And I know that you don't understand because I have yet to breathe life into you, but every day I'm gonna pick you up from school. I'll never allow you to play the corner with the rest of these fools. You will only go to private school because what happens when the world doesn't see you like I do? If a cop sees you and thinks that putting a 4-5 to the back of your head is easier than allowing your life to continue, or you're walking home from school and they think that your hoodie identifies you, what do you think I should do? When you stand 6'2" and I tell you to stand tall because the world wants to see the beauty in you, when the truth is they're trying to figure out how to Sean Bell you before you even reach 22, I don't want to raise you in fear. And I'm not really good at mathematics, but statistics show that black men only make up 3% of extreme sports, and when asked why don't they join, they say being black is its own extreme sport. How can I protect you? History shows that black men have no value, so how am I supposed to teach you that you are a king if the world continues to crush you? To my unborn black son, what happens when you bring Sally home and she says that she likes her men covered in chocolate too? And her parents think that your skin color is the start to her rebellion issues. When they see your name across paper and they use you as a way to embrace diversity standpoint. When kids ask you, do you live at home with your father too? To my unborn black son, no. I do not know how we will tackle all these issues, but I do know one thing. I love you. We will do them together. Working. Yeah, all right. How many more you got? How many more I got? Like 2. Good. All right, look, see, look, and I'm good on time. Look at that. Look at that, working. Let's see. Syntax is an incredible thing, ain't it? Deciding what words you use to impress the individual in front of you has been an issue in America for over 400 years. I mean, my ancestors' dialect was such a threat that they beat it out of them, and ain't that just a pity? That my people's pronunciation proceeds to pickpocket their ability to progress, and if that wasn't enough, they taught them new language. That their homeland would condemn them to hell and that there'd be no place safe for animals like them, so this made them God. I mean, ain't it word choice holding together the broken pieces of this country? Is it the idea that someone can say that they stand with you without standing for you on TV make word choice the world of a difference? I mean, syntax. is an incredible thing, just like code switching, just like teaching little black kids is bad enough that they don't look like y'all, but they definitely can't speak like us. All this to say, wording is everything. Paints the picture of perception. So to dive into this event a little deeper, on May 17th, 2015, Dylan Roof decided to take a 45mm pistol pointed at religion and rob faith. He succeeded. He took 9 lives to celebrate his cause. He donated them to white supremacy. When Roof was arrested, the police decided that his hunger to purify the American bloodline must have worked up his appetite, that the hunt for this monster, a man, was well deserving of a meal. How can we send him to prison without at least feeding him first? Meanwhile, Sandra Bland died before she could take a picture. When George Floyd was publicly strangled in front of 40 people, Candace Owen replaces the words with, "He didn't deserve to die," with, "Is this who you want to make your martyr?" And those words still strangle me to this day. The news proceeded to drag every skeleton out his closet as if we were standing on top of his cemetery. Like they couldn't wait to bury him just so they can dig him up. And with every bone they brought up, he became a thug, a hoodlum, a menace to society. And the question was no longer, was this act humane? It was, is he even human? But remember, we are still only here to talk about syntax. Formatting your sentence to create the image that you desire. So on May 15th, 2022, Peyton Gerens decided to take the Declaration and seal it with blood. Reminded us that our lives be a battlefield, and the only thing that is ever on sale and tagged down, are black lives. That we be just as valuable as burnt down targets. He is labeled as the alleged, the mentally ill. Meanwhile, my brother's been doing football numbers since before they could even throw one. Don't talk to me about mental health. Don't talk to me about development, because my people have been being crucified for people whose pigment has been robbed from them for over 400 years. So in case you did not know, this be the story, this be the context, this be the cookout. I hope that you understand the story that I'm painting. And I got one more. Yo, when I tell you I don't know what I'm gonna do, I just be coming up here and hoping for the best. Alright, I think this one's gonna work. I swear. To religion, I don't believe in Christianity. As if God could only hear prayers or foreign tongues, like God didn't speak Senegalese or Swahili. As if he could only see through piercing blue eyes like the oceans, and my ancestors' dead bodies weren't buried in it. My God, my God, my God, their God justified the genocide of my people. Crucified the idea of Black Lives Matter way before it was a hashtag. Parted human and animal same way he part land from sea. So I guess it makes sense as to why my people are last. Traded higher power for higher power, so my people have your God and you have our land. Isn't religion funny like that? Only God could be so condescending, like my body ain't Eve, like black women's body aren't the only body capable of holding all pigmentation, like we don't birth nations. Ain't your God that arrogant, that mighty? I wonder if God can only hear poems in Catholic. I wonder when they changed his image into a white man with blue eyes, is that the wool and sheep's clothing that you were referring to? I watched my grandmother offer her tithes after being tied, and God ain't give her nothing but cancer. I watched my people pray to a God that referred to them as 3/5, as if they already didn't break us down into factions. As if my daddy ain't cut a product to make sure his family ain't go back to sharecropping, but God's still picking on black people that trade whips and chains for whips and chains, like the system didn't aim for us to lose anyway. I guess divine light don't shine on you when your skin mimics midnight, your God. But my God, he be kinfolk. He understands that we bear the fruit of the land, so he gives us the knowledge to nurture it.
Come on.
That we fertilize the same soil that bonds us to our roots, whether that be trees or heritage. My God gives us deliverance, the ability to forgive, to walk around with the responsibility of being black, not as a burden, but as a privilege. My God understands that our story does not start with slavery, but instead with pyramids, with Mayans, with Aztecs, that my people, they birthed this land. Just ask Noah, Mary, Moses,
Joseph, because they all look just like me. So if anybody see they God walking around, tell them my God got some things he want to get off his chest. Y'all, I'm Shay the Poet. Right, heard of me? Drop my little IG. So I am Shay the Poet. That is SHAY.ThePoet. Yeah, I love that I got to do that segment for you guys. I love the time, I love the space, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
I gave her the link.
But when he told you he was about to Benjamin,
Because all your poets.
I'm not ready for y'all, but I'm feeling extra black right about now. I'm excited.
As long as I get your
I'm very diverse,
email,
but I'm feeling black.
as soon as I ask you, you get it to send a dance to.
I'm proud of it, dog. Give it up for Shay the Poet, y'all. Come on now. Come on now. Lyrical done let us know, reminded us how beautiful black is. I don't know if y'all was listening to her set, but I heard her. Shay just reminded us how important our black man is, right? Can I just touch on a little bit of, say something to my black sisters real quick? And when I say black sisters, I just want to say sisters in general. Can I say that? I just want to say something to my sisters in general, right? This piece is titled, I Am My Sister's Keeper. And as you see, I don't know about heart, but y'all gonna feel it anyway. So it starts like, sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister, with two of a kind. Oh, sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you. I bet you think I don't know nothing but singing the blues. Oh, sister, I got some news for you. I'm something. I hope you think that you're something too. Sister, I expect the best from you. I will not accept anything less than above exceptional. Sister, I admire that you're a phenomenal woman, and your footsteps are as the sound of thunder. My sister, her energy spread like fire. She's priceless. Her worth is far above rubies. You can't even afford her. You cannot buy her. Sister, oh my sister, just give me your hand as we journey through life. Let's pray together as we face this world's prejudices, sexualizations, and strife. Sister, oh my sister. I'm just saying, give it up for sister, y'all. That little piece right there. I'm just saying. But listen, Lyrical done had me proud to be black. That she just started it off. Then Shay said, hold up, but let me just remind y'all about the black man. Then I just thought, let me just remind y'all about my black sisters. So shout out to both Lyrical and Shay the Poet, y'all, for real. Hold on. Shout out to both Lyrical and Shay the Poet, y'all. Okay, that sounds really bad. We're going to take you guys into a quick intermission, and then we're going to get right back into the show, all right?
one final performance for this afternoon, and that's it.
Alrighty. Alright, so we have one more final performance, and then we will close out for the afternoon, okay? Trust me, it's worth the wait. So just hang in there with us. Or go shopping. There's a bunch of art on Fulton Street.
Hello, everybody. Hello, all three of you paying attention. I appreciate every three of you, every single one of you. We're gonna start it off with some Luther Vandross, singing if you know it. My name is Davishmar, Davishmar. Huh? Who you? Okay, got you.
Oh, I took you off?
No, I'm good right here. Enjoy that nice summer breeze. And jam with me real quick.
Hold on. I know it's just a few of y'all, but the rule still applies. The boring sign is over there. So over here, if you're over here, we got to get some claps. Now, if you don't want to clap, you got to go to the boring sign. All right? Rule still applies until we exit stage left. All right? Give it up for that first song by Division Mark. All right? We're going to bring him back up. I just wanted to get y'all in check and let y'all know the rule still is in effect. All right?
Thank you. You done took the jacket off, you about to work. Jacket, come on.
I got a song for the few of us. It's called Just the Two of Us. There's only a few of us here, but each one of you are important to me.
My birthday coming up.
Your birthday coming up?
Yeah.
Hold on. I was about to play you happy birthday. You gotta wait a second.
Let's give a round of applause, y'all.
Yo, I just got rid of one, so. Yes! No, because guess what? No, but he got that same thing. So, what's the name? They're not your bitch. You know me, sentiment. I'm gonna say this. Something I'm gonna say.
Getting ready to close it out, so I'm gonna pick it up.
Go ahead, baby, do you?
I'm gonna pick up the speed of what we're playing a little bit.
Yeah.
We got a dancer. There you go, I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I've been doing covers this whole time. I'm gonna show y'all one original, okay? And we got anybody from, we all from Africa, but is anybody here directly from Africa? No, okay, we all African American. I can respect that. This one, I'm throwing it back to Africa. It's a little Afro beat, jazz, R&B. Hope you like it. Let me see them shoulders. This is produced by me too, yeah?
I like them dance moves, baby. Got your body moving like a drum, lady. DJ play it on. Wanna rock your body all night long, lady. Lady. Baby, you got your body moving like a drum, lady, lady. DJ play her song. I wanna rock her body all night long, lady, lady. Come a little closer. I'd like a little taste of your wine and your ambrosia. I'd like for you to dance with me tonight. You see how you move on the floor. I'm in all, wanna see some more. Wanna see you whine it, twine it. I feel how you on. It's never. Girl, you turn me on. Got your body moving like a drum, lady, lady. DJ play her song. I wanna rock her body all night long, lady, lady.
Thank y'all once again. I see you said you came out your house. Thank you for coming on out to support us. Thank you to the Fulton Art Fair. Everybody, God bless y'all. Good night.
All right.